screen recording kasi that one is really important. And yung mga command dito, guys. At first, for those who parang first time yung makikita, it's like intimidating siya, pero it's really nice to learn that skill set. Kapag mag-apply kayo as a web designer, programmer, so sobrang advantage kapag nilagay nyo na meron kayong uh, you know how to work with Git, GitHub, and other stuff like over natin. Alright, so I hope that makes sense, guys. So anyway, let's start our day. So, sige, group 4, Catherine, ready na ba kayo? Alright, so nakamute ata si Catherine. Ayan. Start na siya ng sharing. Alright. So, from group 4, let me screenshot.
So, hello po, rinig po ako.
Yes.
So, ayan, good morning everyone. So, good morning sir and good morning classmates. So, we are group 4 and we will report about Git using the Git bash and VS Code. So, our report, we will cover po the basic and or the commonly used commands po in Git. So, next slide please. So, what is Git? So, Git, this is the open source distributed version control system that facilitates GitHub activities on your laptop or desktop. So, si Git po is works as a memory and also control system po. So, dito po natin sinisave yung mga progress natin ng mga code, yung mga ginagawa natin code, save progress, and if ever may ma-delete na code or progress files, pwede po natin siyang balikan using Git. So, next slide please. So, Git configuration. So, before po tayo, we need po ng i-set up po yung Git. So, nung first day po, inas po tayo ni Sir na mag-download ng VS Code, Git, and mag-set up ng account sa GitHub. So, we all need that po, yung tatlong yon. So, sa GitHub, sa VS Code po pala, may extension po dun yung Git. So, you need to have it po. So, pagka po dinownload nyo po yung VS Code is available na po siya doon. If not po, meron po siya sa extension. You can download po and enable it po. Then, start na po tayo doon sa git bash command po, sa mga command po sa git bash. So you can type po git config, dalawang dash, global, user.name, then yung name po. And also, yan, wait. So, yan. Git config, global, then user.name, then
Me,
yung name
Catherine.
po.
Catherine, maganda
Yes
siguro
po.
kung mapalakihan mo para makita rin yan. And you can, control plus. Alright, good. Continue. Thank you.
Yan. And also, name po, yung name na gusto nyo pong gamitin. You can use alias or yung pinaka-name nyo rin po. And also, you can use your username by typing gitconfig, dalawang dash, global, user.email, then yung email nyo po. So, ano po ba itong sinaset up natin na name at email? So, basically, this is acts like your identity na po sa Git. So, every time may ginagawa po kayong edits dun sa codes nyo po, yung mga sinesave nyo po, lalabas po dun yung date, yung time, and also your name po na sinet nyo po, and lahat po ng inedit nyo. So, parang history din po siya. Lalabas yung name nyo po doon, identity po ng mga inedit nyo po sa Git. So, then, next slide please po. Then, let's talk about naman po the repository. So, ano po ba yung repository or repositories? So, this is acts like the central location po ng mga files po natin. So, basically, ito po talaga yung pinaka-memory ng Git. May dalawa po tayo nun. So, we have local and remote. Sa local po, this is the main location po ng mga kino-code natin. So, nasa computer po natin siya. So, pwede po siyang, it is a folder po na doon po lahat na save kapag po sinave po natin siya sa Git. So, so, ito po yung sa Git po siya, Git. Yung local repository is Git. So, sa remote repository naman po, ito na po yung sa GitHub. So, memory print po siya pero it's for online, for sharing, and for collaboration. Yung mga sinisave nyo po na code doon is pwede nyo po siyang i-edit together with other developers po and web designers. So, yes, next slide po. To initialize repository, so gagawa po tayo ng repository or mag-access po tayo ng existing repository. So, sa Git bash, you can type mkdir. So, then yung name po ng directory folder na gusto nyo pong gamitin as a repository, you can type po mkdir documents, ganun po. And to create mkdir stands as making directory. Yun po yung ibig sabihin niya. Or make directory. Or kapag meron na po kayong repository or directory folder, you can type po cd, then yung folder name, then after po, it's either po dun sa dalawa, mkdir or cd po na ginawa nyo, after po nun, itatype nyo na po yung git init to initialize po yung repository. So, ulitin ko lang po. So, mkdir is magagawa po kayo ng repository. Then, sa cd, yun naman po is access nyo po yung existing nyo na po na repository. Then, and then, dun naman po sa VS Code, you can, dun po sa part ng, yan, dun po sa part ng source control, since na-initialize na po na yung sa amin na VS Code, may lalabas po dun sa mga hindi pa nakapag-initialize ng initialize repository. So, yun po yung pipindutin to initialize naman po sa VS Code. So, next, ayun. So, next part na po, staging and committing codes. Yan po. Next po.
Hello po, narinig po ba?
Yes, Rene.
Oh. Staging and committing code. Committing is the process in which the changes are officially added to the Git repository. Next slide po. In checking status po, itatype lang po natin sa git bash yung command na git status. When using Git, this is a command that is frequently used. It displays information about which files have changed and files that being tracked. Based on the results of the git status command, we can add the files from the untracked project to the staging area. If we run the git status command before deciding to add our track files back to the staging area, git status will record any modifications na ginawa natin sa loob po ng file na yon. In staging files naman po, we can add our files to the staging area from the project folder using the git add command. Ilagay lang po natin yung git add po. With this command, we can add a specific file to the staging area by typing git add and our file name. For example, git add tas yung file name po natin. We can also add multiple files by using git add and your file name one, also the other file name that you want to add. It looks like git add file name 1 tas space po yung file name 2 po natin tas file name 3. Wait lang po sir, nag-error lang po yung sa git bash po.
Hi, Avery. Sorry for interruption. No? I
Apo.
think hindi ka namin naririnig. Parang meron lang parang background na tumutunog. So something like
Sir, inaayos lang daw po yung sa po, sa git bash, nag-error daw po kasi.
alright. So how about the something sounds like naririnig mo ba?
Pa?
Meron kayong naririnig na sounds?
Wala
Yung
po.
Yes,
ganyan.
sir. Parang
Ako parang
maingay.
pakiramdam ko si Sadako tinatawag. Sabi,
Para pong may nagpapalobo.
nagulat ako
Meron
sa
pa po ba, sir?
parang si Sadako ata yun. Kapag, di ba? I'm not familiar kung yan. Kung kilala
Meron pa po,
mo.
sir. May naririnig pa po.
And medyo nawala na. Ay, meron po. Parang ganun. Meron po. Grounded po, sabi niya. Hunted, sabi niya sa question. Ayan, sige. Alright, so ayusin niyo lang then, yeah, kalipad ko. Thank you.
Ayan, in git add po, we can add a specific file to the staging area by typing git add and our file name. For example, git add tas yung file name nga po na inano po natin kanina. As instead of having to add files individually, we can also add all the files inside the project folder to the staging area. We can perform this by using git add tsaka isa pong tuldok. Tas ayan po, sa VS Code naman po. In VS Code, a letter U next to the file name indicates that it was untracked. Para matrack po siya, we can simply click the add button next to the file name. Tapos, a letter A will appear indicating that the file has been added to the repository. Yun lang po, sir. Thank you.
Okay, good job, Avery. So, meron pa? Meron pa bang report?
Good morning, sir. Bali po sa making commits po, pag when a commit is a snapshot of our code in a particular time, which we are saving the commit history of our repository. Bali, wait lang po. Ayan. Pag may yung balik po yung commit po sa pagkakaintindi ko, para po siyang code na inaano po siya sa isang buong sa isang commit history na gusto po natin makita at gusto po natin may track. Kumbaga, after adding lahat ng files na gusto natin may track sa isang staging area, pwede po natin ilagay po yung gamit ng git add command na sabi nga ni group member. Pwede na po natin gawin yun. Para po maano po siya ay yung type po natin sa git space commit -m. Ayan. Tapos yung comment message po natin. Siguro po mga ano lang po siya. Ang comment message po ay usually isa lang siyang descriptive na summary ng gustong pwedeng baguhin sa isang repository. Ayan, lagyan natin ng added feature. Yan. Ayan. Pero ginagamit natin yung command na rin yun para makita natin yung mga technical difficulties na nakikita natin sa isang commit printed na project natin sa terminal niya. And commit history naman po tayo. Sa commit history, madali lang po lahat po ng comments na ginawa po natin, pwede po natin siya makita sa git log. Pwede po sa sample. Ayan yung git log po natin. Git space log. Ayan na pala. Bale po yan na po, yung lahat ng logs makikita po natin yung para makita po natin yung history like yung author name, generated dash, time, date, and yung commit history na ipoprovide Git. Tapos, balik rin po tayo dun para makabalik po tayo sa previous state, pwede po natin i-type ng following command na git space check ayan, sa first code naman po. Ayan. So, sa versus code naman, bale, yan na lang po natin yung git output natin or shift control U. Diyan lang, wait lang, yan na lang po natin. Makita na siya. Bali, ayan po yung showing po ng output niya po sa Git. Ayan po yung mga history ng ano niya po, yung mga logs niya para makita or yung information na makita po sa output.
Right, so thank you, Christian Lona. So, meron pa mag-usap? What branches?
Yes po, meron pa po. Si
Sige.
EJ.
Alright, go ahead. Thank you.
So, ayan, ako na lang po. Hindi po ata siya. Wala po ata siya dito. So, ayun po. Branches, this is interpreted as an individual timeline of our commit. So, sa Git po, pwede po tayo mag-create ng several versions. Then, doon po sa bawat version na yun, ang tawag po natin doon is yung branches. So, ayun po, next slide po. So, creating new branch. So, it is the reference to the current state of your repository. So, before po natin tayo mag-create ng branch, lahat po ng code po natin doon is magiging branch po siya nung dalawang i-create pa lang po natin. So, to do that po, sa bash, po, just type git branch, then yung new branch name po. Yan, yung new branch name po. So, yung mga next na progress po natin, yung edit po, magiging present na po siya sa bagong branch na ginawa po natin, or if we want, maging present po siya dun sa main branch naman po natin. So, may dalawang magkakaroon na po ng ibang version yung mga unang codes po natin kapag nag-create po tayo ng branch. So, sa VS Code naman po, to create one po, i-click po lang natin yung ito po, yung sa lower side, sa case po namin, ang branch name po is pretest. So, pag click po yan, sa taas po may lalabas na create new branch. After po niyang i-click, and pwede na po kayong mag-set doon ng branch name. Yan. Yan. Ayan po. Yan. Meron na siya. So, next slide po.
Hello po. Hello po.
Ayan.
Narinig po ba? Bali, just want to emphasize what Kat says in in create new branches. As she demonstrate the codes for the branches and codes and the variables of she prepared in the branches that if you look at the codes or the programming codes of the GitHub, when we talk about branches, it allows you to develop features, fix bugs, or safely experiment with new ideas in a contained area or repository. This these branches it simplifies that as a programmer, we need to develop features. Ayan po, hello po. Hello po.
Yes, Edison. Yeah, naririnig ka naman. Medyo umihina lang yung
Hello po. Much po ba?
sound.
Okay, as what I said earlier po, as what Kat post or presenting the codes of the changing branches, or let me emphasize that on what branches is. So branches is the interpretation that allows you to develop features, fix bugs, or safely experiment with your ideas in a contained area of your repository. So it means that as a user, it means that as a user or a programmer, um, nagde-develop tayo ng mga features natin at mga fix bugs natin yung mga codes na ginagawa natin. And and para mas maintindihan niyo po, so makita niyo po dito sa codes na to na meron po dun sa Visual Studio Code, nasa left side yung create a branch name. Also, the na makita in C28 po na makikita niyo po yon ang mga programming languages na pinresent po ni Kat kanina po. So, my point out of here is that um, so off topic tayo konti po no. Kung sa mga iba't ibang stores para mas malapit po yung mga bibili ng mga customers, may mga branches po tayong tinatawag. So, like same here in programming that yung branches na sabi dito is yung safely experiment yung ideas kung saan ilolocate at i-interpret ang programming language ng pag-create ng branches dito sa ginagawa ng programming po. So, yun lang po. Thank you so much po. Next presenter po.
Alright, so thank you, Edison. Go ahead. The next presenter.
Wait lang po. So, ayan po, changing branches po. 'Di ba po, we created kanina po ng branch. So, ngayon naman po, gusto po natin pumunta sa ibang branch or bumalik po dun sa master branch po natin. So, sa git bash, to do that, we will type po, git checkout, then yung branch name po. Ay, mag-e-end na po ata yung call.
Yeah, once na mag-end, I'm going to send another link para mapag-continue. Thank you so much.
Okay. Okay po.
Thank you.
Sir, okay na po. Pwede na po.
Yeah, I think pwede na. Thank you, Catherine. Go ahead.
Sige po. So, ayun po, kanina bago mag-end po yung meet, so, na-input na po namin yung git check out new branch. So, yan, nakalipat na kami sa new branch na ito po, na dito sa may baba, makikita niyo po yung from master is pumunta na po siya sa new branch. So, ngayon naman po, gusto naman po namin bumalik sa master branch. So, to do that, type git checkout, then master. Ayan, okay. Nakabalik na po siya. So, sa VS Code naman po, ayan. Sa VS Code naman po, doon po ulit tayo sa lower left side po ng VS Code. Makikita niyo po yung name branch. Ayan po. Then, pag clinic niyo po yan, lalabas po sa taas po yun. Ito po yung master, new branch, then pre-test. Ayan po yung mga current branch po na meron tayo. So, you can click one po. Then, mapupunta po tayo dun sa branch na gusto nating i-access. Yan. Sa pre-test. Sige. Yan. So, makikita nyo po sa baba, yung name na po ng branch is, ang naka-open na po is yung pre-test. So, next slide po. So, merging branches. So, this is implement the code changes that you made in an individual branch to another branch. So, ito na po yung halimbawa po is nakapag-fix na tayo ng bug. May mga na-edit po tayong codes and gusto na natin po siyang pagsamahin sa isang branch. So, with git bash, pwede po natin siyang gawin. So, ita-type lang po natin is git merge, then yung branch name po. Ayan, so, yan, ma-merge na po siya with the master and ma-merge na po yung new branch and yung master na branch. And then sa VS Code naman po, and yan dito po, may dalawang way po to do that. So, to merge, you can click po sa source control. Meron po dyan, yan. 3 dots, then yung branch. Sa branch po, yan, may available po na merge branch. Yan. Tapos, click po natin. Yan, new branch. Sa baba po, sa may log, makikita po natin na nag-merge na po yung pre-test and yung new branch na mga changes. Ayun po. Then, also, pwede rin po tayong gumamit ng merge branch gamit po yung shift control P po. Shift control P. Then, yung git, colon, then merge branch. So, lalabas din po doon yan. Yung para po siyang search engine po natin. We can, ayan po, merge branch. So, next slide po. And ito po, deleting branch. So, this time naman po, gusto naman namin mag-delete ng branch. Ayaw na namin ng mga features na ginawa namin doon. We can delete po via git bash. So, ayun, git branch, then dash d, tapos yung name po ng branch na gusto nating i-delete. Yan, deleted branch. So, sa VS Code naman po, using the search, yan po, sa search, parang search feature po niya, we can Control-Shift-P, then git, then delete branch. So, ayan po, we can delete na po yung isang branch. Then, also, we can also do that po from the source sa source control na tatlong dots po, then sa branch ulit, then delete branch may available po. Ayan po. Can do that po then. So, ayun po. Before we end po, next slide na po siguro. Before we end po, so ayun lang. Yung tip po talaga doon sa paggamit po ng VS Code is to use na po yung parang search engine feature po niya, which is the ship control P. So, kapag po ginamit niyo po yun by typing greater than symbol, git, then colon, lahat na po ng available na command na pwede nyo pong gawin sa VS Code is lalabas na po siya sa cloning. Pwede po siya, makikita nyo po doon. And also, yung mga kanina po mga git bash command po, pwede rin po commit stage, discard all changes, may mga open all changes, open repository, pull, kapag gusto nyo po mag-i-import po yung nakasave na repository sa GitHub, then push if you want to publish naman po yung mga i-upload po yung repository nyo po sa GitHub, pwede din po dito sa VS Code. And ayun lang po. Thank you very much po. Thank you for listening.
All right. So thank you, Catherine, and of course for the group 4. No, well done. Nicely done, group 4. So I think you explained nice with the yung topic natin, which is yung Git. Right. So as you can see, Git is most likely hindi katulad yung mga ginagawa natin na we're just adding classes, putting some element tags, and so on and so forth. So it's most likely it's a version control system. And ginagamit siya sa industry for a collaboration. So as you can see, meron siyang merging, branching, right? In reality, sa industry, kapag complex yung sa industry, definitely complex talaga yung mga applications. So it's a team. So maraming gumagawa nun. So merong branch or main branch, tapos you can create your branch para gawin yung task na ibibigay sa'yo. So something like that. It's more collaborations. Tapos pwede siyang emerge. Alright? So kapag in-approve ng team leader or ng admin or not admin, ang tawag doon. Something team leader. Alright? May tawag kami doon. I just forget it. But anyway, yung the other term. So basically ganun, no? So i-merge siya kapag maayos yung codes or yung task na binigay sa'yo. So it's like a collaboration. So you can do parang undoing things like diba, reset and so on and so forth. So but anyway, every parang topic is malawak talaga siya. So lalo na yung Git, right? So malawak siya. So ang daming command. And well, the good thing about that is sa VS Code may mga ganun ng command. So pwede nyo gamitin yung yung git bash or yung terminal, kasi kapag once you install the git, will definitely have a bash, right? So it's like parang a terminal yun na nagko-command kayo, which is nice yun. Tapos merong another options dun sa yung dinidiscuss nga ni Catherine about dun sa command, or well, it's not command but say options, na pwede mong kiniklik mo na lang yung mga gusto mong mangyari, like if you wanted to clone that and so on, right? But maganda kung at least alam nyo rin yung pagko-command literal, kasi mas madali yung pag-click-click pala, and at least para maintindihan nyo para saan lahat ng yun. Right, so maybe I would like to congratulate again the group 4 for well done dun sa pag demonstrate. But anyway, let me share my entire screen, guys. I'm going to, in addition, something like that. I think most of you guys are parang ngayon lang may experience yung Git. Alright. I really appreciate yung effort of parang researching, learning prior to dun sa pinaka-topic natin. But anyway, before that, I wanted to maybe read some article about Git, npm Git, right? Right, so let me read it now and explain it. So, yung pinaka parang definition niya or overview. Right, so Git and GitHub. So parang Git lang naman, no? Pero well, definitely tomorrow or on Friday, yung magko-cover naman ng GitHub is the, I think, in the other group. Alright? Sabi niya dito, all the developers will use some, wala po bang pasok tomorrow. Tomorrow will be just have a biometrics lang or BSRS lang. Alright? But you need to do some asynchronous. Alright? So, I'll give you parang at least i-review niyo mabuti yung Git, yung tsaka yung susunod na topic. Alright? Git and GitHub. Para on Friday, yeah, we're going to continue about yung kung ano yung lesson for the day, which is technically the GitHub. Right? So we're going to spend our day for the Git and, well, until tomorrow kasi this Git is not, well, in my case, no, when I was started learning coding, lalo na itong yung pagko-command, it's, for me, it's like intimidating, right? Kapag iniisip ko nung way back then. So it's not easy. So, well, I'm assuming that, diba, baka ganun din yung sa inyo. Or unless mas magaling, mas komportable kayo or mas, well, yun. But in my case, so yun, parang I need more time to understand those command, para magamit. Kasi it's not just for the sake of parang ma-cover natin, but virgin din po ako sa confused po ako. Yes. Actually, yan, siguro before we continue about this topic. So since, diba, I told you that just make sure, just parang aralin nyo rin kahit hindi kayo magre-report para just meron kayo idea about that. Or right now, meron nang nag-report and I think, well, in my end, kasi diba, yung stage ko, alam ko siya, kaya parang naiintindihan ko yung ina-explain nila. Right? So how about the others, guys? Okay, so what can you say about Git? O yung pagre-research nyo, right now, na-discuss na ng group 4. Alright, so is that intimidating ba? Parang mukhang ang hirap niyang intindihin. Para saan ba talaga? Well, I just wanted to know, you don't need to parang marinig ko as yung positive, but yung literal na parang ano yung naramdaman nyo during yung inaaral yung Git without, as in literal na wala kang idea about that. Then ngayon, diniscuss ni group 4. Mukhang mahirap, sir, for me, sabi ni Patricia. Sige. So I'd like to see that right now, guys, before we start. Right, para I wanted to see that, guys. Right, so sabi ni Katin, mahirap siya, sir, especially kapag yung full documentation yung titignan. Yes, sabi ni Michelle, overwhelming po about Git. Yeah. Alam mo, mukhang mahirap din po sa akin. Right? Catherine, nakakahilo po yung mga command. Yeah. And the others, guys, I wanted to hear from you. Siguro po, pag na-gets po, dadali po. Yes, definitely. Right? Yung command po, medyo challenging. Alright. Sige, how about the others? I wanted to see that. Alright. Sabi ni Nino. Alright. Christian, VS Code pa lang nakapapa rin ni. Alright. Si Kaido, medyo nakakawindang po nung una. Alright. Sige. Please participate in our discussion forum. So I wanted to hear from you guys. So that at least alam ko kung ano yung nafe-feel nyo. Alright, so hindi lang basta diretso tayo. It's okay. Alright, so it's open tayo, guys. Kasi, yun nga. Well, tulad nung sabi ko sa inyo, when I was started learning like you guys, yung Git na yun is well, in my end, it's like intimidating in my end. Is and parang hindi kasi ako yung parang well sabihin na yung sobrang 'di ba? Mataas yung IQ, ganun. Well, most of the developers natin. Right? So parang yung brain ko kapag bago talaga siya literal parang I was trying to understand tapos saan nga uli something like that. Diba? So hindi ka agad nakaka-capture ng brain ko. But well, I think most of us, something like that kasi ganun yung concept ng brain. Lalo na kapag, I think, hindi natin alam, parang meron tayong yung natatakot yung brain natin or parang may self-defense mechanism yung brain natin na baka to, danger to. Something like that kasi we don't know. Something like that. So sabi niya like yung talagang gamit niya sa actual project, di ko pa po ma-visualize sa utak ko. Right, so nice to hear that. But and I'm going to transfer so the information and the lesson, the pinaka-easiest way na parang pagkatapos na ito, sabi ni Patricia, yes sir, yes sir, ako nga, so lang yung IQ. Ayan, so, well, definitely it's, hindi naman kailangan mataas yung IQ level dito. So you have to just parang practice and parang sabi nga nila yung brain daw is like a muscle. Right? Or parang diba, yung katawan natin. Kapag inuulit-ulit mo na you're exercising, well, definitely lalakas siya. Something like that. So, syempre, I think, diba, kasi I believe on that concept. So, syempre, parang kung mag-workout ka, so just imagine, dun, let's say, sa muscle lang mo, if you're going to the gym, and then someone may kita nyo, wow, diba? Nice yung figure niya, maayos yung structure ng katawan niya. Because of, always ginagawa niya yung paulit-ulit. Kaya gumaganda yung itsura niya. Right? Because yung muscle is nag-a-adapt tapos. The struggle yun. Di ba? Yung parang, actually, they said that napupunit yung mga small muscles then and you have to parang do some parang recovery stage. No? So, dun na-develop. So, you don't need to push yourself, guys. Literal. The most important is yung consistency. Right? Kasi, well, combine ko ito nasasabi kasi parang that time kasi when I was started learning, I'm really, parang, sobrang competitive ko kasi. And I just wanted to share with you my experience so that you have parang an idea. And sobrang competitive ko. At the same time, my brain is literally not like Einstein or yung average IQ. So, I'm just a normal average yung brain ko. Pero, well, the good thing is, yun nga, naniwala ako dun sa concept of parang if you always, di ba, parang exercise, so parang ma-adapt din siya ng system, which is technically your brain. So kapag exercise kasi you have to, di ba, naalala ko kasi we do workout with my wife before, so we do powerlifting. So the most important part then is yung proper form. Kasi hindi kinakailangan na mabigat kagad yung bubuhatin. Right? So, if someone is nakikita mo, wow, laki na ng binubuhat niya because of tama na yung ginawa niya at paulit-ulit yung ginagawa tapos na-adopt na ng exercise yung katawan niya. So, sir, bakit po sinasabi niyo? Okay. So, well, technically, parang ganun din yung brain natin. Alright, parang ganun din. So, I believe on that concept. So, the most important is yung form muna. So, we do powerlifting. So, kapag powerlifting kasi it's like 3 exercises lang. So, it's like squats. Alright. So, squats, deadlift, and bench press. Something like that. Wala nang shoulder press, walang kung ano, tatlo lang. It's like everyday routine. And not everyday routine, every sessions. So parang we're just focusing on the compound exercises or compound exercises. So ano ibig sabihin? So it's like mukha lang simple pero parang lahat yan tinatamaan because of that kind of exercise. So parang ito rin yung sa training natin, diba? Parang we cover those parang mga complex. Like say, Git. Alright? So, diba? Parang web designing to, pero you need to learn Git. Alright? And so on and so forth. But anyway, I just wanted to go back. No? So, during that time, so parang when I was started doing exercising or lifting, so parang masasaktan talaga yung muscle mo. Totoo kinabukasan, parang ayaw mong bumangon, sakit ng katawan mo literal. So, it's like our brain. So, syempre bago yung topic, tapos you're trying to, di ba, do yung kung ano yung task na dapat gawin para, di ba, meron kang masimulan at magawa. Then eventually, hindi ka agad ma-adapt yun ng katawan natin. Masasaktan talaga literal. So, dahil I know that concept, so alam ko, just, sabi ko ano lagi sa sarili ko, just enjoy the process, trust the process. Diba? Yun lang talaga. Kasi yung iba, the difference is kung bakit yung iba is nagiging successful sa mga bagay na gusto nilang mangyari is because of they literally, you know, consistent. And they just parang focus on doing process, not quitting, something like that. Right? So, kung bakit ko ito sinishare sa inyo for you para at least for those who parang, register on my end, mahirap yan, ganito, diba? So, which is technically normal, diba? Parang sa stage ko, diba? Parang kapag dun sa gym yun or sa exercise, makikita nyo yung brain ko is like parang muscle na talaga. I mean, parang maganda yung itsura ng structure ng kung meron kayo nakita. Pero kayo nagsisimula pa lang. Pero walang masama doon kasi I literally started like you. Hindi naman ang pagkagising mo, pagmulat ko, maganda na kagad yung katawan ko. O matalino na kagad. Or alam ko na kagad yung Git and other stuff on software, diba? So it's like everything is a process. So, well, definitely, yung brain natin is you need to parang exercise, adapt that. So, huwag niyong dayaan yung sarili niyo. Alright? So, kapag kailangan na gawin yung isang bagay, well, ginagawa niyo yun for you guys. Alright? And you're going to build a good habit, right? Discipline, even without parang merong nakatingin sa inyo na diba, nagmo-monitor sa inyo pero you're still doing yung dapat yung gawin. Okay? Kasi naniniwala ka na yung dapat po makabuti para sa inyo. So yun, so let's go back. So my brain is not literally parang madaling mag-adapt. Pero dahil alam ko yung concept na yun, so I just keep doing that exercising at saka hindi ko siya, well, may times na kasi mali yung ginagawa ko noon that time. Sobrang pinapressure ko yung sarili ko kasi I wanted to learn this technology. Kasi I need to di ba? Gusto ko ma-acquire siya. Pero kahit anong pilit mo, parang you're trying to magbuhat ng mabigat kasi meron ka nakikitang mabigat. So, well, definitely, may injury ka lang. May injury ka lang, sorry. May injury ka lang. Tapos, it will lead that into, wag ko nang ituloy. So, most likely, ganun. Kasi you're parang pushing yourself. Sobra. Right? But well, gawin mo yung best mo. Iba kasi yung nag-excuse lang. Iba yung ginagawa yung best. Tapos you're parang naniniwala ka dun sa process. Kasi well, definitely, sabi nila, para mag-grow daw yung isang muscle mo kapag nag-workout, guys. Hindi naman talaga literal because of you're working out. But your recovery stage. Mas importante yung pag-recover kasi kapag you do some workout, so hindi lang sa pag-workout, so let's say we have some lesson, tapos pinalitan natin ng another lesson or parang na-stress out your brain, well, definitely makakalimutan niya lahat or hindi na makakalimutan, pero parang mahirapan siya at hindi niya na ni-absorb lahat ng information. Something like that. So, katulad nung sa pag-workout. So, the most important doon is, well, you're going to do yung best part mo, pero you have to, recover. So, paano yan? So, you have to take some rest. Diba? So, which is dati, hindi ko naisip yun. Just pushing myself to, well, I can do that. So, I'm not literally, parang enthusiast or, what do you call this? Hindi lang basta gusto, pero I'm obsessed on coding, on software development. So, parang, sobrang competitive ko, tinitignan ko yung mga magagaling I know I can do that also. I'm just pushing myself to acquire or to get all those information. Pero, well, may mga time na nade-drain yung brain ko. Parang, oh, masaya pa ba yung ginagawa? Kasi which is mali. Right? So, hindi mo pwedeng ikumpara yung sarili mo with sa iba. Tignan nyo yung sarili nyo as you started, guys. Diba? Tapos ngayon, you started to learn Git. Diba? Tapos, kahit hindi pa ganun kabilis or hindi nyo pa ganun intindihan, it's literally normal. Sabi ni Joyce, muscle memory na pag laging ginagawa. Yes. Pag laging ginagawa. Right. So, I totally agree with it. So, yung spider web sa brain ko, dahan-dahan nang nawawala. Sinulit. Alright, that's nice, Patricia. No? So, yun. Minsan, ayan, parang kailangan din talaga para lumiwanag yung brain natin. Or basta nakakatalino yung kapag lagi ginagamit yung brain. So, well, syempre napapagod siya. You can do still parang some entertainment. Maybe you can watch once in a while. Alright? Something like ma-reflect yung brain natin. Pero most likely your time. Yan, sa inaaral, tapos take some rest and so on. Para at least medyo mas kumanda yung. Well, anyway. So, yun. So, yeah, I learned that. Tapos, actually, you don't need to parang kabisaduhin yung mga bagay-bagay. This is parang a free talk, diba, about that. Kasi nga, alam ko na ganito yung dating. So, syempre, ako nga, familiar na ako or not familiar but I know about Git and GitHub. Pero about yung iba. So, hindi naman pwedeng gawin ko yung stage ko is, diba? Sige, let's do that. Alright? So, parang iniisip ko is yung katulad ng nararamdaman ko when I was started learning Git and GitHub. Alright? So, well, just trust the process. Well, the good thing about this training, kasi na-experience din to ng other mga batches, lalo na yung mga nauna sa inyo. So, after I explained that, sasabi nila, oh my God, ganun lang pala kadali. Alright, yun lang pala yun. So, I hope that you're excited for that. Kaya ako medyo, yan, in-explain muna yung sinaset ko yung mind nyo. Parang, I'm going to transfer those information. Pero syempre, after I transfer that, we need to do that eh. Okay, so yung parang, yung understanding kung yung stage is parang, nahihirapan ko itong understand. Well, I'm going to transfer that. Ang pinaka-easiest way para maintindihan nyo. However, kung naintindihan nyo, you have to, diba, take some action. You have to do it yourself. Kasi iba yon, iba yung pag-intindi. Iba yung mismo nai-apply nyo yung naintindihan nyo. Alright? So, sige, let's do this. Alright, so sabi niya dito, all developers will use some kind of version control system. Yes, definitely. So, what kind of parang sample of parang system, website, or web application na ginagamit ng version VCS or version control system? So, most likely, I think most of you has Gcash, guys, or Facebook, or other yung nakikita nyo na nagda-notify ito, parang sabi na, okay, time to update. Right? So, kasi they created another features. So, just imagine without version control system, guys, you have to down the system para mag-add ka ng features. Tapos, kapag na-add mo na sa kamoy uli na i-apps, paano yung experience ng users? Diba? So, let's say yung Gcash, diba? So, syempre, pera yun, diba? Merong importanteng data doon and so on. And other website na dinadagdagan ng mga features. And I think, well, kaya nga meron VS Code is lahat ng website o software is pwedeng mag-add ng features. So, without VSC or version control system, is hindi magiging magandang experience ng users and it will lead that to the credible website. So, yung merong update, so let's say, sample lang yung Gcash natin. So, that before, walang biometrics eh. So, I just updated last time. Nag-suggest ulit siya. Diba nung last, yung parang major update nila is, kasi nga yung ano ba yun? Yung name, yung data natin, so yung name and number ng isang Gcash user is nakabuladlad or parang alam ng lahat. Kasi nga, di ba? Parang kapag nagsasend ka ng money, alam mo kung sino yung pinagsendan mo. Alam mo kung anong, ano niya, ano ba to? Number niya. So, anong nangyayari? So, merong mga not hacker, but mga scammer na nagtitake advantage of our data. So, that's why merong data privacy. Okay? So, they just realized that, oh my God, di ba? Ang laki ng company, ng Globe, yung mga developers doon. Why yun lang yung, ngayon nyo lang naisip yan? And meron kaming parang GC, or not GC, but well, a page, natatawa na lang yung mga, diba, parang, they just, may mga comment doon na, yun nga, parang, ngayon lang nila naisip yun. Tapos they just putting some parang parang ano ba to, yung sugat, nilagyan mo lang ng nilagyan mo ng, ano ba to, band-aid eh. Pero literally, hindi mo naman inaayos eh. Hindi mo talaga tinahe, and so on and so forth. Kasi nandoon pa rin yung name eh. Hinash lang eh. Nilagyan lang ng other parang well, initially, para dun sa mga eyes ng mga normal na tao, well, it's a good parang stage na yun na parang yung sugat, nilagyan mo ng band-aid. Uh, yung name ng user is nilagyan lang ng hash or parang asterisk. Para hindi mo mismo malaman kung sino. Pero well, there's a lot of parang way pa. Pero yun yung parang naging some problem with that concept. No? Kasi data privacy. Ang dami atang naloko doon, guys. Diba yung parang even may nakakatanggap ako ng mga messages na merong kasamang link. Natatawa lang ako, diba? So something like that. So they're just looking for someone na parang hindi masyadong aware na interested to click that link, tapos maglilid din into something that clickbait, tapos pwede nilang ma-fish na, makuha yung data, yung information, at kung mga nakalink pa yun with other stuff. And so they just created a new version, new features na hinash nila para mas mabilis lang. Yung at least yung name man lang, di ba? Hindi, kasi sobrang, nakalagay, let's say, Bobby F nakalagay, tapos nagsisend siya. Kunwari, kilala niya talaga. So, parang, so ngayon, medyo na-lesson din. Pero, well, before that, dapat, they naisip na nila yung part na yun. Pero, there's nothing wrong with that kasi wala nang perfect software. Okay? So, kung bakit mayroong version control system. So, you can create a new version by adding new features. Okay? So, kasi nga, parang nga naman, sigurado na kung number lang, what if naman kung mali yung number? So, samantalang kung meron ka mismo actual na name, di ba? Kasi, ano yun eh, di ba? Money yun yung isa-send mo eh, di ba? Or, di ba? Magbabayad ka, di ba? Paano kung number lang? So, we, as a human, di ba? Madali natin pwede magkamali tayo sa number. So, kaya nilagyan nila ng name. Yun yung concept ng Globe that time. Or ng Gcash. Right? So, well, they created a version and new features na ma-hash yun. Okay. There's another features which is technically a just updated last week. So it's biometrics. Alright. Kasi para at least in case ma-loss yung cellphone nyo, diba? Meron kasing pwedeng lalo na kapag lang web-based lang yung parang password remember. So, parang accidentally you click that parang features ng Chrome na password remember. Well, definitely kapag kinalikot din ng mga ma-open. But having some biometrics, so wala nang chances na ma-open nila yun. So something like that. It's a version control system. They're creating a new features and putting or using DCS na i-add nila yun. Alright? So, lahat ng klaseng software, kahit a simple website. So, like just imagine yung gagawin natin ngayon is, di ba, ang pinaka main goal ko for this Git is maliban dun sa malaman nyo yung kung paano gamitin para maging, well, di ba, skill set nyo at magamit nyo. I wanted to see all their activities, right? So using that Git and GitHub, So you can push your codes going to GitHub, or then you can send me yung link na lang. So instead of, di ba, parang nagsisend kayo ng parang ano ba screenshot and then screenshot at screen recording ng bawat activities. No? So well, it's nice to have that, di ba? Output na yun, but siguro list of organization codes nakikita ko. I think katunayan na na-accomplish yung activities. So yun yung isa sa mga reason behind of why I need to teach you. And of course, kasama siya dun sa designing natin. And yeah. What else? Ano ba? Yeah, sige. So let us continue. Tools allow them to collaborate with other developers. Well, yun nga, Git is, and GitHub is for collaborations. Right? Kaya kung bakit meron kayong parang user that name and user email, diba? Para at least kapag nag-log kayo, alam niya kung sino yung mag-create ng features nila. And a project without a danger of them overwriting each other's work. Okay? Kasi kung, diba, kung isa lang yung mismong ginagawa nyo tapos hindi kayo nagkaintindihan yung feature na dinagdag nyo o bug pa yung nilagay o hindi kayo mag-get. So using version control system, so pwede kayong mag-collaborate without parang overwriting each other work. Kasi meron kayo sariling branch. So meron kayo tawag na main branch, tapos pwede nyong bibigyan kayo ng, you can create your own branch, tapos pwede mo na kayong gawin yung task. Alright, tapos on the last part, kapag okay naman, you can merge that. Right? Sabi niya dito, and i-roll back to previous version of the code base if the problem is discovered later. So yun, so let's just imagine, biglang nagkaroon ng literally na bug or parang some error talaga na nangyari. So you can undo things. Right? So pwede mo siyang reverse or reset, something like that. Okay? And the most popular BCS, at least among web developers, is Git. Right? So kapag web developers, kapag sinabing web ang pinag-uusapan, Git ang gamit. So along with GitHub, so kapag GitHub kasi there's parang siya parang repository siya, parang lalagyan siya ng mga codes and pwede na mag-collaborate doon. So parang cloud siya. Right? So cloud naman. So, well, GitHub is may mga other options. No? So it's like GitLab, Bitbucket, meron pang Azure, bago Azure, parang apat sila na. Pero okay yung GitHub. A site that provides hosting for your repository and several tools for working with them. So yung may mga company na they're using Bitbucket, pero yung concept nila is almost the same. They just wanted to help the developers to store or may paglagyan tapos with other features na lang for collaboration. This module aims to teach you what you need to know about both of them. Alright? So, kasi literally, Git can parang kaya niyang mag-function without GitHub or other, let's say, Bitbucket and so on. Pero yung GitHub, kailangan ng Git. Alright? So overview, BCS are essential for software development. So literal essential. So software development is partly, kasama talaga yung designing guys kasi nagko-codes kayo dyan. Diba? So it's nice to have that skill set. So it is rare that you will work on a project completely on your own. So sabi ko sa inyo, rare talaga yun. So kapag sa industry kasi syempre malaki yan. Pero kapag project nyo lang, diba? Kaya nyo na yun. So and as soon as you start working with other people, you start run to the risk of conflicting with each other work. This is when the both of you trying to update the same piece of code at the same time. So may mga ganun. So by having a Git, so yun nga, pwede kang mag-create ng sarili mong branch at diba? You can someone can review your codes before merging para hindi talaga magkaroon ng problem. Right? So you need to have some kind of mechanism in place to manage occurrences and help avoid losses of work as a result. Diba? Mahirap kasi yun eh. Pag pinaghirapan mo, sabi niya dito, when working on a project on your own with others or with others, you want to be able to back up the code in central place. Mahirap naman kasi kapag wala kayong backup, diba? So it is not lost if your computer breaks. So paano magkaroon ng ano, diba? Magkaroon ng problema yung computer niyo. Eh di lahat ng pinaghihirapan. Wala. So using that Git and GitHub, magkakaroon ka ng version or magkakaroon ka ng repository na anytime kahit magkaroon ng problema yung computer mo, pwede mo siyang kunin, i-pull, di ba? O, tapos ilagay mo sa another computer na meron ka. Sabihin na, you will also have to be able to roll back to earlier version if the problem later is discovered. Yun, di ba? Pwede kasi undoing things ang tawag. You might have started doing this in your own work by creating different version at the same time. So possible daw, baka ginagawa mo na rin. Yung for example, yung AJS example yun guys. My code.js, my code underscore version.js version 3. So parang ganyan. So every time na nag-create ka ng another version of features, you can create another file. Sabi niya dito, my code really final.js, etc. But this is really error prone and unreliable. So that you're creating your own version with dun sa file mo. So using version control system is way effective. All right. So different teams member will commonly want to create their own separate version of the code called branches and Git. All right. Work on new features in that version and then it merged in a controlled manner. In GitHub, we use pull requests. Right? So merong sa Git is merge branches. Pero sa sa GitHub meron din kasi silang collaboration din. So you can ask a pull request. Okay, so you're going to clone some codes, guys, na available done. And if you wanted to add some features, you can do that and you can ask a pull request. Tapos yung mismong yung developer na nag-create nun, kinuha mo yung codes niya, eh, pwede niyang reviewin yung codes na inad mo, tapos kung gusto niyang isama o i-merge, so i-approve na lang. With the master version, when they are done with it, right? So it's really nice, guys. Magandang gamitin. BCS provide tools to meet the above needs. Yung Git, right? It's an example of version control system. Alright, so dito yung BCS hindi pa niya sinasabi na kung ano yung gagawin. But the most popular is Git. Right? And GitHub is a website infrastructure that provides a Git server plus a number of really useful tools for working with the Git repository. So yun naman yung definition ng GitHub. It's a website. So website siya, it's like a cloud infrastructure that provides a Git server. Right? Plus a number of really useful tools like diba, pwede rin pull requests, pwede and so on and so forth. There's a lot of features in GitHub. Repository individual in teams, such as reporting issue with the code, reviewing tools, project management features such as assigning tasks and task statuses, and more. Yun, diba? So in reality, guys, kapag papasok kayo sa industry, eto mismo. At kapag eto, merong alam nyo to, hindi lang basta alam nyo, you're quite comfortable with Git and GitHub. You have ang laki ng advantage mo with kahit pa sabi yung nakatapos ng computer science or IT. Tapos ikaw, you're just a career shifter. Enroll ka lang sa TESDA. Ang naging trainer mo lang is si Sir Bobby Ferrer. You have a mas malaking advantage. Meron akong mga naging student kasi tagal ko na nagtuturo guys sa mga TESDA, accredited school. Iba-iba. Okay? I'm literally 5 years sa TESDA na ano ba to? 2017 when I started. Ano ba? Freelance. Okay? So, I have no parang company. So, kapag merong project, so, just give me a minute, guys. Okay. So, just wanted to share with you that meron akong iba-ibang klase ng students na meron akong magaganda at malalaking eskwelahan pa. Pero sabi nila, sir, hindi namin natutunan yung 4 years ko na course ng IT at computer science. Grabe, mas marami pa akong natutunan in 2 weeks. And, right? Kasi yung literal na itinuturo dito is, well, lalo na kapag in my end is, yung the most important, yung skills talaga. Kasi this training is TWSD or Training for Works Scholarship Program. So, train kayo, nire-ready kayo para maging competent kayo. Mag-apply as a web designer. Right? Kasi yun yung course na kinulano. So, you just want, hindi basta para lang matuto kayo. Diba? Literal, you need to acquire this skills. Alright? So, sige. Sabi like it. I'm going to read some comment on our chat box. Sir, sabi nila, yes sir, skills talaga. Kaya, pasan nyo lahat ng, okay. Ipasa nyo lahat yung alam nyo, sir. Kaya, oo naman, of course. Wait, just give me a minute, guys. Yeah, right. Okay, good. Right. So, well, I'll do everything to transfer all knowledge or information. But just trust the process. Do yung mga dapat yung gawin for those who, diba? Di lang allowances yung pinunta dito. And, diba? Or matuto lang. Gusto niya talagang pagkakitaan siya by getting all those or acquiring all those skills, diba? Sige, I think yun yung ano. So, prerequisite, desktop website. So, okay naman. That's it. Sige. So, let's start, okay, with some command. Right? So, at least medyo, meron akong binasang article sa inyo. Overview. Ito na yun, di ba? Nabasa ko natin. Yeah. Okay, good. So, at least kahit pa paano, meron kayong idea on how to, kung para saan yung Git. Pero syempre, iba pa rin yung mismo, bibigyan ko kayo ng sample. So, sige. Let me yeah. All right. So, diba, once you downloaded the Git, guys, or install your Git, meron siyang kasamang bash. All right? So, well, bash is like yung terminal na pwede nyo gamitin for a command. Okay? In my end, I have my terminal for, yeah, so I have terminal, just Mac. No? So like this one, so this one's like parang intimidating yung itsura niya, diba? So it's like black, tapos magko-comment ka lang. So it's one of those. Clear. Alright. So ito yung sinample kanina ni Catherine. So it's either you can use bash or in my end, so pwede naman to. Pero much better to use integrated terminal. Kasi diba, yung sinabi niya kanina, mkdir, oops, mkdir. So, well, technically, mkdir is not part of the get command, but it's a Linux command, right? Na pwede ka mag-create ng directory. So, as of the moment, I can choose, let's say, ls. So, ito yung list ng path na meron ako. So, kapag search ko CWD, right? So, nandun ako sa mismong body header, which is kapag check niya yung Explorer ko. So, ayun yung pinaka-main. So, I can go for desktop, documents, application. Yan. So, kung saan ko pwede ilagay. Alright? However, I wanted to use or Visual Studio Code. So, for example, this one for integrated terminal. So I'm going to open my yung batch 7 natin. Alright? Para directly, hindi na ako kailangan pa pumunta o hanapin yun. So let's say, di ba, PWD, I can do so, nasa Bobby kasi ako download. Oops, sorry. And what documents? Let's see. Documents. And so as you can see, nasa documents ako. Well, kapag nag-ls ako, may kita ko ano naman yun. So, kayo mo really process yung file. And so as you can see, ito yung laman ng files ko. Alright, so if you wanted to create that on something directory or you wanted to cd ano ba? Alright, so kung napansin niyo, bumalik ako dun sa MacBook Pro. So I can go for, let's say, desktop, cd, desktop. So guys, you don't need to, so parang, ganito kasi I'm going to teach you on, parang, yung pinaka-easiest way. Alright, I just wanted to share with you those yung parang mga command. Oops, oh my god. Okay, so ito dapat yung mga para lumaki. Alright, so anyway, nasa desktop ko nag-alas ako, may kita ko dito, yes, allow. Alright, so may kita ko lahat dito kung ano yung mga directory na meron ako. Right, so ito. Right, so meron akong batch 6, so I can go for, let's say, mkdir or, let's say, s. Right, so as you can see, and napunta lang dito sa kabilang, dito sa kabilang. So, atakin ko lang. So, well, technically, mkdir is you're creating a directory. Okay, yun yung ibig sabihin. But anyway, saan ba tayo nag-work? So, let's say sa CWD batch 7, di ba? I can go for cd or change directory, right? So, CWD dash D7, oops. Ano yun? 6 minutes lang tayo, no? Sir, mkdir are short for make directory. Yes, make directory. But you don't have to do this, but I just wanted to at least share to you on how to do that. So cd is change directory. Right? So let's say I wanted to pumunta ako sa directory dito. Kasi from desktop, so meron pa akong directory doon. So paste ko na lang directory. So nandun na ako sa CWD. And kapag chinek ko by ls, oops, copy paste. Nakikita ko kung ano yung laman natin. So we have collections, images, and so on. Then you can, diba, pwede ka mag-start ng mag-initialize. However, syempre parang there's a lot of parang process on doing those things. And yung lesson naman natin is not a command for Linux command. So nandun tayo sa Git. So instead, we're going to use our well, I think na-open ko na. Dito. Alright, so let me close this one. Okay. Ito lang. So it's like a bash. Then ganun din yun. So ito yung ito yung kung saan tayo nag-work, right? So let me exit full screen. Tapos lagay ko siya on my left side, or right side, tapos left yung command. Right? So basically guys, yung pinaka main goal muna natin, kasi there's a lot of parang, di ba, features and advanced features yung Git. Pero ang gusto natin muna is yung the most parang essential or yung mga ginagamit sa Git. Yung matutunan. Our goal is yung codes nyo, diba? Diba nagsasend kayo, diba? A screenshot, ganyan. I want you to ma-push to at mapunta sa GitHub. Alright? Para masend nyo sa akin yung, ano ba ito? yung mga activities mismo. Actually, may kita ko yung codes mismo. Alright? So, yun muna yung goal natin. What else? Yeah, tapos may features to na kapag, di ba, yung mismong folder na yun, na-initialize mo na, and if you're going to have another, di ba, parang activities, you can easily add new features, do some status, and so on and so forth. But anyway, I'll do that para at least mas maintindihan. So instead of using terminal, we're going to use a integrated terminal. Dito sa Visual Studio Code natin, meron siyang new terminal. So ano yung purpose nun? Para dun for those who hindi masyadong, di ba? First lang, di ba, naka-command line kayo pagod. So intimidating. So this one at least yung itsura is nasa loob ka pa rin ng Visual Studio Code. I guess doon at parang intindihin tong part na to. Kasi with my other parang development, so I think it's a Flutter development, SDK. I'm working with parang uh, it's a mobile application. So instead of learning Swift for iOS, kasi kapag Swift, may mga application sila doon sa App Store nyo. Tapos application, tapos kailangan you have to learn Swift. Tapos paano kapag Android naman, kapag ng Android phone, you have to learn Java. Okay, so meron tinatawag na Flutter. Okay. Tapos Dart, yung programming language niya. So in one code, by doing Dart, so nagki-create siya ng codes para sa Swift. Tapos meron din siya, nagki-create din siya ng codes para sa Android or Java. Alright? So, isang codes lang ginagawa mo, tapos nag-create sila. Tapos kapag inap mo yung application na yun, pwedeng gamitin na, iOS na cellphone, at pwede rin gamitin ng Android. Kasi kapag Java lang yung ginamit mo, yung application na gagawin mo, well, definitely, hindi pwedeng magamit ng mga iOS. So, vice versa, ganun din. So, yeah. Baka kasi maisip nyo, bakit ganun, sir? May lumalabas sa yung SDK. But anyway, so as you can see, katulad nung ginawa ko kanina sa terminal, pumunta lang din ako doon sa CWD batch 7 AM class. Medyo mas simpler yun kasi kung mapapansin nyo, doon naman talaga tayo nag-work. Kasi doon natin inopen yung terminal natin. Kaya, well, yung path natin is nandun mismo, which is good. Alright? Tapos, merong mga options dito, guys. Huwag nyo nang gamitin yung old. Meron dito, ano ba yun? Basta gamitin yung bash. Ito kasi bago sa akin. Alright? So, you don't need to have this ZSH. Alright? So, bash is nice. Meron mga features kasi bash na wala siya. ZHH. Pero I'm going to use that kasi ito na yung ginagamit ko. But All right, guys. So let us continue. So I hope that someone can do some screen recording, then share it. This command is important, guys. So yung lesson natin. Okay. So but anyway, so I'm audible ba, naririnig ako? Anyone from me?
Yes po.
Alright, so thank you. So yun po eh. So tulad nung kanina bago na putol hindi ko na notice yung ending class. So but anyway, yung purpose lang din nun is, diba, sabi ko nga sa inyo, so using that command on which is terminal, so nandun na kagad kasi yung repositories natin. So Darlene, nagpapa-admit. Okay? Okay, so let's go back. Alright. So first, kailangan natin is check if we have a so first, kapag once you parang ready ka na, in-open mo na yung terminal mo. So una yung command siguro is check if you have a git. So you can command git and dash version to see if you have successfully installed or downloaded and installed in your local machine. So ibig sabihin kapag may lumabas na version, it means na-download mo at na-install mo yung Git. So, well, we can start some command. So, first yung ginawa niya, yung git config, git dash config. Dash git config. Kasi nasabihin ko lang dash global. Alright, followed with user. That means nasa utak ko lang lahat kaya guys. Kaya wala ko. So you can add your name here. All right. So let's see. Bobby. Right. So once you enter that, oops, what happened? Just give me a minute. What happened? Tama ba yung ginawa ko? Yeah. Git config. Dash global user that name. Followed with the
Sir, wala po dapat pong code.
really? Oo nga, no? Sige. Pero kasi pwede yun eh. Naglagay ako ng so clear. What's that one? Let me do some terminal. Pwedeng maglagay ng quote eh. Right? Para at least yung spacing, if you wanted to just do some spacing. Let me clear again. So, I will recycle my codes by clicking parang upper and lower. Up arrow key. Right, so version git config. Well, I can do direct to my user that need to check if I have. And so meron naman ako. Alright, so kapag wala kayo, kapag you're trying to configure your git is ang command is git config dash global, right? Followed with user that need. So kapag walang code, try nga natin. Babi si Fire. Ayan, pumasok nga siya, walang code. No? So it's okay. Kapag check nyo yan, so you can go for git config user that need. So kanina, Bobby Ferrer lang. This one is Bobby C. Ferrer. Alright? So kapag kapag user email, so well, I'm going to recycle the codes. instead of username, you can go for user.email. And so I would suggest use your email kung ano yung ginamit ko sa GitHub para kapag may authentication, hindi na kayo masyadong mahirapan. So, well, putting talaga kahit walang ano. So, let's say mtd or mtd, let's say, well, definitely your email address. Okay, so I will not do that because I have na. So instead, I'm going to recycle this one. So instead, email. So as you can see, I have the email. So the difference lang guys is yung sa git config global, instead of username, you can use user email. Okay, so you can change that. And, oops. Then followed with your email. Kasi natin, ayoko mag-test ng email. Anyway, so yun yung yun yung sa email. Alright, so once you're done, clear this one. Alright, so we can initialize our repository or yung directory natin. So nasan tayo? Nasa CWD batch 7 AM, which is, ang goal natin is lagyan siya ng VCS or version control system para we can do those features ng Git. So we can add some Git init. So ibig sabihin ng init is initialize. So once you enter that, so yung iba guys, nagkakaroon ng ganito. Ibig sabihin yan is on track. Okay, so ibig sabihin, successfully na-initialize na yung folder nyo. Which is yung folder nyo? CWD. Which is technically, it's really up to you kung anong pinangalan nyo sa folder nyo. Right, tapos may nakalagay dito na kapag yung iba guys, it's okay kapag walang nakalagay. Basta may nag-command dito ng, or I mean, sabi niya dito, initialize empty git repository. Kung anong batch yun, tapos naglagay siya ng folder dito or repository na .git, which is technically naka-hide yun. Siya yung parang titingin ng bawat command niya. Alright? So, ibig sabihin na initialize na natin. So, we can use the git command, which is the first command is git status. Alright, so yung git status is to check the status of your parang version o yung mismo codes mo. So as you can see, hindi pa untrack pa daw siya. Ibig sabihin, hindi nyo pa napupunta sa staging area. Staging area is like, papunta siya sa saving stage. Yung gusto mo na siyang i-save. So something like that. Sabi niya dito, if you wanted to include that in what will be committed, right? Yung pagka-commit is you wanted to save na yung files mo. Parang, okay, this code is, ito na yung unang version ko. Something like that. Okay? So, you can go for, sabi niya dito, git add command followed with the file. So, meron tayo dito. Right? So, you can go for, let's say, git add followed with, let's say, grid.html. Right? So, kapag in-track mo ulit ito, so I'm going to here, we get status ko ulit, guys. Oops. As you can see, meron na akong, nakalagay dito is change to commit, diba? Git remove if you wanted to remove siya or dalhin uli siya sa untracked files. Okay, but, well, I wanted to malagay siya sa staging area, right, na parang ready na siya for commitment or for commit. Okay? So, if you wanted to remove, well, I just wanted to share with you this git rm followed with --cache followed with the file. So, ano yun? File name, grid.html. So, well, I think we can copy this. Right. And then paste it. Right. So, once I enter that, right? So, once I undo that, as you can see, bumalik ulit siya. Ayan, bumalik ulit siya dun sa part ng untracked files. So, ibig sabihin, you wanted to add more, or well, dun sa part na untracked lang, hindi pa siya dun sa staging area. But anyway, what we wanted is all your activity, yung mga last activity niyo is ma-save siya. Same goal natin, once you save, pwede siyang, ano ba ito? Madala natin sa GitHub. Tapos mapasa niya sa akin yung repository niya. Right, so let me clear again. Oops. Alright, so git status na ulit. Sorry. So, what if kung lahat ito gusto mo ilagay sa staging area? So, sabi niya dito, git add followed with the file name. So, you can do for, let's say, git add followed with the file name. Let's say, index.html style.css. Ano kung marami yung files? Pwede naman ito kapag, pakita ko lang na gumagana yung dalitan. So, git status, as you can see, meron na tayong two files na pumunta sa staging area. What if kung lahat ng ito? What if kung marami yung files na? Or folders na? Okay? We can go for git add space dot. Ibig sabihin ng dot is all. So, kung git status kayo, definitely lahat sila sa staging area. And ano, pwede na siyang mapunta sa commit. Right? So, yung commit is, it depends on kung anong features na ilan mo. So, for example, do sa ano ba ito? Sa Gcash, guys. So, they just added a new features dun sa files na yun. So, specifically, guys, kasi may mga stage din, may mga files din yun. For example, dun sa let's just imagine that one is web, hindi siya mobile. So, dun yun sa let's say, landing page. I think yan yung landing page na. Dun sa Gcash, index.html. Dun sa index.html, you just add a new features about biometrics. Right? Something like that. So, yun yung mismong i-add nyo or yung i-commit nyo. Let's say you just put some code about that. Diba? You work for that features. Then, after that, you have to i-commit siya o save yun. So, habang sinisave mo, merong tinatawag na commit -m. Ibig sabihin, dapat alam mo kung ano yung in-add mo na specific features on that. So, let's say, added parang biometrics features. Right? So, dapat specific. Kasi para makita mo kung ano yung in-add mo. So, in that case, sa atin, let's say, you're going, initially, kung ano yung mga na-accomplish nyo, ng mga activities, yun yung ipupush nyo ngayon sa GitHub using Git. Okay? Paano kapag mag-add ulit tayo? Kasi after all, we're going to continue with those others, other lesson about materialize and CSS and other stuff. So, madadagdagan na naman yung mga files. So, well, using version control system, may kita mong status, diba? Nakalagay dito is, untrack uli yung bago mo, tapos you have to git add, tapos i-push uli. So, instead of parang every time na meron tayong activities, nagsasend ka ng ano ba to? Well, yung actual na nangyari, yung parang screenshot, well, nag-update yun by push. Pinupush nyo na lang lahat ng codes mo papunta dun sa repository. Okay? So, dun na yun. Tapos, every time na nag-update ka, may kita ko, kailan mo ginawa yun, yung activities na yun. So, let's say, o kailan mo natapos o kailan mo na-i-push. So, monitor ko pati. Later on, may kita nyo. So, this one's really interesting. Walang intimidating at first, but let us continue. We're going to clear para medyo nasa taas yung ice na. Diba? Then, angat ko. Okay, but anyway, so since I have that status, I can go for git -m. Let's follow with in message. Kailangan nasa double quote. I think nasa double quote sigurado. And so message is kung ano yung in-add mo na features. Well, in that case, this one is initial commit or first commit. Well, I can go for first commit. Right? So parang yun yung initial ko siguro bago ko siya finish. Right? Yun yung parang pinaka-main siguro. Sample lang. Then, later on, kapag nag-add tayo ng lesson, alright, so another files, and we wanted to push that, so we're going to create another commit. Ipupush natin dun sa mismo repository na ginawa natin sa GitHub. So, let's see. Let's do this. First commit Alright, so as you can see, sabi niya dito, 11 files changes, 365 insertion, 11 files, and kasama lahat yan. Yung 365 insertion, yan yung numbers, yung code. Ito, 165 plus yung line of code, 18, and so on. Naging 365 lahat ng files natin. Right? Ganyan. Tapos lahat ng about files, nilagyan niya ng unique ID. Right? So just click, check natin git log. Right? So as you can see, yung author niya lumabas, ito yung unique ID for that specific version or commit. Diba? Here's the author kung sino gumawa. Diba? Tapos ito yung email address ng gumawa. Tapos yung date, Wednesday, December 7 at 9:16. Ayan. Ito yun, 9:16. 9:17 na commit lang natin. So ngayon, once you commit, guys, makikita ko kung kailan mo siya na-accomplish. Monitor. So ngayon with that, so I mean, pwede na siyang i-push. Alright? So yung topic na to is for the GitHub by Friday. So hindi ko na masyadong i-elaborate. So let you GitHub. And ang goal ko lang muna dito is makapag-create ng repository para ma-push ko yung codes. Or, well, maganda ba kung i-cover na natin? I'll give you some activity siguro. I want you to have this muna. Pero kasi paano ko malalaman doon? Screenshot na naman. Yes, sige, gawin na natin. This one. Alright. So, once you have your own account, which is GitHub, okay? Pwede kayo mag-follow, guys. Ayun, ang dami ko palang pwedeng maisip na i-discuss ngayon bago ko i-push. Pero kasi dapat sa ano to eh. Sa pang Friday to para dun sa ano. Sige, i-push lang natin para lang makapag-send kayo sa akin mismo later on kung ano yung mga na-accomplish ng task. Right? So, first, kapag basta meron na kayo dito, nasa GitHub na kayo, guys. If you wanted to follow my account, ito ako dito sa profile. Alright, so here's my repository para sa mga class ko. Okay, so yung mga bawat lesson ko, you can follow that here. Okay. So parang it's like a social media also, guys, na pwede kayong mag-follow. Let me share it to you right now. Tapos, pwede nyo pang i-follow, which is technically finalo ko. Yes, yung mga students ko. Sir, i-follow mo ko. Si Dylan is a developer to. Si Brad Roberts. Ito, I'll show you some. Yan. Si Brad Roberts has 253 repositories. Grabe, ang dami na yun. Nagtuturo kasi ito sa YouTube. Nagtuturo rin siya sa Udemy. Mas magaling siyang developer. And yung YouTube channel niya, guys, tignan mo kung gaano karami. Right, so Brad Roberts. Roberts Liente. Ayan, 1.99 million lang naman. Okay, ang tinuturo niya is web development. 2 day. Right, so there, sobrang dami. I think baka lahat na ata ng developers sa buong mundo sa kanya. Naka-subscribe sa kanya kasi ang galing niya magturo at the same time. Well, magaling siya. Alright, tapos meron siyang Udemy course. Okay, you can, if you wanted to learn more about programming or, well, specific web designing, you can do that. Okay din si madami akong pwedeng isa-suggest sa inyo. But, well, technically, meron siyang, siyempre, GitHub, diba? So, ito yung some features na pwedeng, inisip ko kung dapat ko may i-discuss na. Sa na lang, sa Friday. Okay, but anyway, let's go back. Dun sa, sa, dito, profile ko. Ang goal natin is, yung codes natin is mapunta doon sa repository. So you have to click new repository, guys. Okay, then name your repository. Siguro parang hindi lang ako malito, guys, kasi syempre, ginagawa ko to for lessons. Ang dami ko ng batch na hawak, so I'm going to use CWD dash 7 en plus. Ayan. So, available naman lang. Okay? So, public lang, guys. Well, dapat ang magdi-discuss natin is pang gifts. Kaya hindi ko na i-discuss. Just click, create repository. Baka mawalan sila ng i-discuss. But our goal is, I wanted to, well, literally, yung codes ko dito, ay ma-push ko dito. At yun yung asynchronous na. Alright? So, well, sabi niya dito, kung napansin niyo, yung CWD natin na repository or yung folder niya natin, meron na siyang link na ginawa. Okay? At sabi niya, if you wanted to push your code going to your repository, you can use this repository to the command line. So as you can see, nag-git init na tayo, git add, git commit, so we don't need that. So I think ito na lang, or push an existing repository from the command line. So ito yung tatlo na lang na gagawin natin para ma-push natin yung codes from your local machine papunta dun sa cloud mo, which is yung GitHub. At meron kayong backup at anytime you wanted to add some features, magkaroon ng problem with your computer, local machine, you still have a backup. Katulad ng explanation dun sa MDN. Right? And if you wanted to do some collaboration, you can do that. Yes, but anyway, let me close this one. So we can git add remote, git remote add origin. Alright, so parang nire-remote nyo yung mismong link na yun. Right? So yun yung ibig na sabihin. Sige, let me enter that. So, wala nangyari, it's really okay. So tapos, wanted to, your branch is main. Okay? So that's your main branch. So you can copy and paste any. And the last one is you wanted to push on that U origin, which is yung main mo. Para later on, once you add some new features, hindi nyo na uulitin itong git remote, git branch. You're going to just, even this, wala na to. You're going to command git push. Automatic that yung mismong repository na yun, mag-add na yun dito. So soon ay gagawin natin. But anyway, for now, let's do git push origin main, right? And paste in here. And once you enter that, check this one, guys. Ayan, so enumerating object 15 done, counting, all right? And, well, everything is okay. There's no any error na binigay niya dito. Tapos sinabi niya na, okay, so rating object 15 by 15. So big screen, kung ano yung nandito dito, yun na rin yung pumasok dito. Tapos total 15 data. Tapos eto nga daw yung link na yun. So http github.com, which is yung Bobby Ferrer, which is my account. Ayan. Tapos ano yung repository daw? CWD batch 7. So sa main. Right? So kanina, ito yung itsura niyan. Kapag once you refresh this link or your repository, guys, nandito na yung activities natin. Right? So as you can see, kapag chinek mo yung index.html file, dito yan. So it's literally kung ano yung nasa ano nyo, ano ba ito? Local machine nyo, makikita ko yan. And you can able to please share to our GC. Yung link na. Okay? So, GitHub repo. Yan. Send ko dyan. So, yan mismo yung magiging activities nyo for me to at least makita ko kung nakuha nyo yung lesson. And of course, para ma-exercise. Alright? So, I hope that nag-enjoy kayo at natutunan nyo. Yun muna yung pinaka-first step lang muna in other, like, creating branches and doing things and so on. Stage by stage. We don't need to parang i-push yung sarili nyo agad-agad tulad ng sabi ko sa inyo. So, you have to at least maintindihan mo na itong concept na to. As we're going to use that, kapag mag-create na kayo ng ano ba ito, portfolio project na pinaka-final output nyo, na ipapasa natin with telecolumn test na nakatunayan, you're competent, or na-accomplish na lahat ng task na pinapagawa sa training natin, at we're going to entitled to get all allowances, lalo na yung certificate, and of course, yung natutunan. So, yun guys. Tapos from GitHub, Kapag yung final project mo, meron tinatawag na Netlify para ma-deploy naman yung project nyo sa internet without paying any amount for domain name, right? So I hope that sounds nice, right? So what else? Yeah. So what can you say about that, guys? Is that clear, guys? Anyone from you? Naiintindihan ba yung ano? Yes. Ayan, so screenshot ko lang muna yung topic natin. I'm going to send that the GC namin. Tapos dito topic. Alright, so lesson and activity. Hands-on activity. Oops, activities. Oops, wait lang. Ayan. Alright, so, well, that one, guys, no, so, kindly try to do that right now. Okay, so it's a part of the asynchronous and asynchronous. And also, at least, study po. Alright, so, yeah. So, yeah. So, I hope that you get that, yung concept at kung paano. Right, so once you're done, guys, please send it to RGC para ma-notify ako. Isa-send nyo na yung mismo link. Alright? So, well, let's have a class picture muna, guys. Alright. Pasantayin natin, matapos yung araw, guys, para yung oras bago kayo mapunta sa asynchronous task. Yan din yung gagawin nyo as pati tomorrow. You have to familiarize with the Git and GitHub. Right? Kasi yan yung gagamitin natin for the rest of the training. And beside, yan yung ginagamit namin sa list. Right? So, let's have a class picture. Kung nag-enjoy kayo, guys, can you give me a thumbs up? Right? 1, 2, 3, smile. Right? So, another one. Magaling class picture natin kasi after this, ito na yung pinaka main topic muna with the Git. So, another one. 1, 2, 3, smile. Ayan. Ayan. So, heart pa si Avery, di ba? Thank you, Avery. Ayan. So, use this time, guys, to do ano yung discuss ko. And once you're done, hindi na screenshot yung gagawin nyo, but yung link. So, it means na gawa nyo ng maayos. Alright? So, good luck, guys. And if you have any clarification or some question about, please do let me know. Right? And I think sana na-record nyo yung process kung paano ginagawa. Kasi yun din yung mismong gagawin. So with that, guys, I'll get back to you and thank you. Good luck, guys. Happy coding or happy command sa Git. Alright, so thank you. Yes, Michelle.
Sir, question po.
Sure.
Yung dun po kasi sa report kanina, di po ba ginawa nila yung dun sa Git bash? Tapos dun sa VS Code.
Yes.
So yung gagawin po namin, kahit dun sa VS Code lang po?
I think ito yung mismong ito kasi yung lesson ko, tingin ko ito yung pinakamadali.
Sige. Okay po, sir.
Yung process, yeah.
Okay po. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. So, well, definitely, you don't need to, yung gawin pa yung sa style mo sa VS Code. Pero ito yung parang sa tingin ko na mas madali yung, diba? Meron kayong pwedeng mabalik paano gagawin. And so on. And of course, yung lesson. At sabi ni Patricia, okay naman sir, overwhelming lang po for me. Well, it's totally normal. Okay lang yan. Just trust the process. Do yung best na pwede mo magawa para ma-accomplish mo. But anyway, I'll get back to you. Thank you so much.